Hi, I'm Chris. I first saw Militia for treatment when I was diagnosed with tennis elbow. And when I had tennis elbow, my doctor told me not to use my arm for 6 months. And so since I'm a contractor and with my right arm, there was pretty much no chance that I wasn't gonna not use it. So I went and saw her, and the things that she gave me to do, I healed up so much faster than they said. So I was pretty impressed. But then the next time I saw Militia is the time that it literally changed my life. So I was diagnosed with alpha-gal, which is the tick bite that makes you allergic to meat. And so I reached out to her and asked her if she had a treatment. She did some research, told me to come see her. And she did auricular therapy in my ears and some red light therapy. And I was skeptical, not gonna lie. I didn't believe that little dots in my ears were going to make something happen. But she said to me when I left, she said something like, "I hope you don't have plans tonight because your night could be rough." And I didn't know what that meant. She didn't quite know what it meant. But that night, my whole body turned bright red. So I was getting hives every time I would eat meat. And everywhere I would get hives turned bright red. Literally hot to the touch. I wasn't uncomfortable, but I knew I was warm. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do things. And I just sat there and I felt like my body was on fire for 6 to 8 hours. And then it was over. And I went and I saw Militia the next week and told her what had happened. And she told me this one thing. She said, when that was over, did you have to urinate? Because she's professional. And I said, more than ever in my life. Honestly, and she knew right then that it probably had worked, because my body had to clear the toxins the only way that was through urine. So we did another treatment. Similar thing happened to a much lesser degree. And it literally, after my second treatment, I started eating meat again. My doctor that had my alpha-gal number said, your numbers are way too high, don't eat meat. And I've been eating meat ever since. Like, literally, I've tried to overdo it. I did carnivore for like 4 or 5 days in a row, literally just to find out if it worked. And it worked. I no longer have alpha-gal. I can eat anything that I want. And as somebody who's had it and knows other people that had it, it can go on for years and years or the rest of your life. And literally in 2 weeks, I was eating meat again. One of the smartest decisions I have ever made was to go see Militia. But there are other things that happened because of the auricular treatments, which I wasn't aware was going to happen. And Militia just kind of said, yep, that happens. It's good. So I've been allergic to onions since as long as I can remember. I mean, I hadn't had an onion ring since I was in middle school because I get sick quickly. And I noticed that after this treatment, I no longer had a reaction to onions. I can eat them on burgers. Literally, I tried to overdo that too. I took my kids to Outback and had a bloomin' onion, which I hadn't had since literally I was a little kid. And my kids were like, "Dad, this is a bad idea. You're gonna be sick." Totally fine. So the allergic reaction stopped, not just to alpha-gal, but literally to onions and other things that I've been allergic to my whole life. So if you're skeptical, I would say, what is there to lose? I mean, I was skeptical. It seems crazy because my wife's a nurse. She was like, this isn't going to work. This is crazy. Like, go see a doctor. And I said, I did. The doctor told me they could do nothing. So your risk is low. Go try it. I would recommend anybody that has alpha-gal, has symptoms that no one seems to be able to know how to cure, go do it. I would highly recommend Militia, and just her knowledge and her ability to just kind of diagnose and say, let's do these things, because we want to make your life better. It made mine better. So anyway, go see Militia.